case of obstruction of justice.
Let's bring in Richard Herman now, a criminal defense attorney joining us from Las Vegas. Richard, good to have you with us. First, let's address the authorship of the tweet where the president says that he fired Comey for lying to the FBI. Mr. Trump's lawyer, John Dowd, says that he wrote it, but not everybody believes that now. Does it look to you like a tweet written by a lawyer?
I think the president has done about 3,600 tweets in the last year and a half, 2 years. No one has ever taken authorship of any of those tweets. In any event, the issue is, did Trump, in fact, know and fire Flynn because he lied to the FBI? If he did that, and then the next day he went to Comey and said, lay off him, as he did, because who are you going to believe, Comey or Trump? Two men in a room, someone's telling the truth, someone's a liar, someone has got a great reputation, stellar reputation in law enforcement, the other one's a serial compulsive liar. Who are you going to believe? And then look at this past summer where Trump was running around to Republican senators asking them, can they make this go away? Can they make this investigation go away? It's bad. You know, there's two types of snakes. There's strikers and there's constrictors. Think about the biggest boa constrictor you know of circling the White House and getting tighter every day. Who in their right mind would be tweeting when they're under criminal investigation? Criminal Law 101, a first-year law student would never let their client talk. He can't control himself. And all these tweets, his interview with Lester Holt, where he said it was this Comey and Russian thing, and that's why I had a fire, he just destroys himself. They have an obstruction case right now. Count one against President Richard Nixon was obstruction. Count one against Bill Clinton was obstruction. Count one against Donald Trump will be obstruction.
But look, I mean, Mr. Trump actually says he didn't tell Comey to lay off Flynn. That's just not true. That's the president's version. And now there's this idea that he didn't actually author that tweet, and John Dowd is sort of rolling back what that tweet meant. So how much trouble does it put him in?
Well, what does Dowd say? Dowd says, I drafted the tweet. The tweet says Trump knew. So you can't have it both ways. Okay, you drafted it, but why did you say that Trump knew then? Why did you draft it that way? You're an attorney. You're an intelligent individual, and you go by the rules of ethics. How could you possibly do that? It's preposterous. It's just a veiled attempt to try to shield Trump in the aftermath of this absolute abomination with this tweet. Like so many of his tweets will undo him. I mean, it's just incredible. He's out of control, and he's incriminating himself almost on a daily basis with these insane tweets, and his lawyers can't control him because I just know Ty Cobb is telling him, you can't tweet, and he's out of control. Now, who in their right mind would be bashing the Department of Justice when they're investigating him? Because that's what he's doing today. It's so out of control. It's so embarrassing to the United States right now, what is going on here. And the day is going to come. The day of reckoning is coming. Watch. Flynn was a very important person to make a deal. Flynn was with him during the campaign, during the transition, and for about 20 days after he took office. Flynn was very, very close with Trump. He knows a lot. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure to get the sweetheart deal he got, he delivered the goods to Mueller. Otherwise, he never would have got that deal. Mr. Trump is in big trouble. Jared Kushner, I'm predicting, is going to get indicted next. It's really that bad.
And Michael Flynn has just started talking, of course, because he just signed that guilty plea, 48 hours ago.
Wait a minute. I think that he's been a cooperating witness for months.
All right, looks like we lost the audio there. We'll try and get back to him later on in the show. Now, the Russian investigation headed up by Special Counsel Robert Mueller will likely be a long, drawn-out process. So what's the next step? Well, this week, investigators keep targeting Donald Trump's inner circle. Shimon Prokupecz has the details.
With Michael Flynn's guilt